Yesterday was a very odd day. My supervisor lost his mind briefly. Got very upset. Brought the 3 inmates who were working and the free staff into the little office, which is way too small for all of us, and proceeded to launch a diatribe about, I don't actually know. He referred to himself as standing on a square quite a bit. He talked about himself and how cool he is quite a bit. And he was tired of the backbiting, and he used a couple words wrong. I don't even know what they were, because I can't say them wrong, because I know the correct word. And he basically considers us to be us here and they're out there. He said if there's a problem, we should bring it up in-house, that, things are going to get different now because people upstairs are involved, which I don't really understand, because honestly, the people upstairs are just this little dude who is out of his depth and isn't doing anything. Every time I try to say that I have a problem or something or need something, he doesn't have time for it. It's a near constant thing. I'm actually starting to think that I'm just going to document every time I have a problem and just write down that he was too busy. Every single time. So I assumed at first it had something to do with me. Oh, the other part of the conversation that was weird was he said repeatedly, I choose to be the kind of guy who doesn't write paper on somebody. I just would rather help people than hurt them. Now, you want to call me stupid, then you want to see the depth of my knowledge, the breadth of my knowledge. Yeah, he actually said breadth of his knowledge. I think he meant breadth rather than what we breathe in and out, but I don't know for sure. Because he also said that he chooses not to write people up. And I'm like, wait a second, you wrote me up. You wrote me up. I got written up. I was the one written up. You choose to write nobody up but me. That was the point that I wanted to make. And so I didn't say that, obviously. And I asked him later if it was about me, and he's like, nah, it wasn't about you. And I'm like, weird. So being on the targeted end of one of his bizarre diatribes, I don't really understand much what he means. There's also a lot of sports analogies about teamwork, being on the same wave, and rising together, falling together, and a bunch of other crap, which I don't care about or believe. When he says that he will give his last so somebody has something, I know that's not true. Don't get me wrong. He may or may not be a bad guy. I think he's a little self-important and dumb as a box of rocks. So a lot of times being dumb can look like evil. But I just wish I could understand what he's saying. Like, I don't necessarily need to believe it or even agree with it. I just wish I could get the metaphor. The standing on a square thing was that went on for a while, and I noticed for the first time that he wears a Mason's ring and a big football ring. So he was a football player, and apparently he's a Freemason, which is interesting, I guess. I mean, I suppose I could ask him if he's been to the East. Let's see, what else do I have? That's about it for this one, I think.